Good evening. We're doing the part 3 of Baby Jane Doe of St. Louis. I just got back from a dinner party, so I'm a little tired, but I did state I would do this, okay? So there is more information that I want to explain. I've got a lot of questions about her family status, why people didn't come forward when they felt they should have. All kinds of new information that I have gotten about her case that I want to discuss with you guys. Okay, her spirit is definitely here. I want to start somewhere. If you remember in part 1 and part 2, we kept getting the school card. Okay. At first, when we were doing part 1, I'm like, wait a minute, is that building like an old school or something like that? Come to find out, it's not an old school, it's an apartment building. And I said, is it an apartment building or is it a school? Because I was a little confused. There is a definite, very significant reason why we keep getting the card school and public area. Okay? People keep asking me, did someone care about her? Did she have family that cared about her? Why did no one report this? Yada, yada, yada. Okay? First off, I want to explain that when I got in the reading that she did not stand a fighting chance, it's for a reason, you guys. Right? It's not just her disability or disabilities. There's other things involved that you guys don't understand. All right? Her home life was not the greatest. All right? And there are situations with people where they either have no family or they're not involved with family. They may just have one caretaker, like the mother, the grandmother. I feel like there wasn't too many people attached to her, like maybe one or two people, which could have been, I'm getting her mother and possibly a stepfather or some man that was around her a lot. Okay. And I want to again try to explain this the best way I can. All right. These spirits still have feelings and emotions, y'all. And I have to be careful what I say, what I don't say, because they can be hurt and also they can feel disrespected. All right. There is something about baby Jane Doe's feelings about her mother, her caretaker. And I'm not even sure if this is like a real mother. It could be foster mother. I just get mother or foster mother, okay? Now, again, we've kind of talked about how she thinks. Because, again, there's some things involved, y'all. All right? Despite everything, she's very protective about the information that most readers are getting about her mother or foster mother. I don't know which one. All right. Caretaker, whatever have you. Again, her life was not the greatest, and this person knew this. This person knew this. I do not feel like she was heavily protected. I don't even feel like she was viewed as an actual child. This was more like an obligation than how someone would feel about their child, y'all. There's something off, okay? And I don't want to get all emotional tonight, and I don't want to cry. But I feel like there's a lack of concern and emotion for her in the situation she was in. It was totally taken advantage of. All right. There are rumors that her mother was on drugs or had a drug dependency. There were rumors that she had been in the system. CPS had been involved. There are rumors that the caretaker and the stepfather or father were going through some kind of custody battle because of her mother's or foster mother's drug use, okay, and home life. So she's dealing with that, right? And she's also dealing with her own issues. I also feel like what I kept getting was the fresh move or visiting. She was not familiar with the St. Louis area, okay? There is a very strong possibility that this killer may have murdered her somewhere else and then dumped her in St. Louis, in that building. But I definitely feel he's familiar with the area, okay? Or has been to the area. Possibly even lived in the area, y'all. But she is from a southern place. This is where she's from. This is her homeland. Where she grew up, what she's used to. All right? I don't feel that she's definitely not from St. Louis. No. There's something too going on with a schoolyard playground. There's some visions I got about what happened, and I kind of want to go into that. This killer was closer to home than y'all think. All right. Again, this is someone who was in her life, someone who was active in her life, someone that she knew, all right, that she saw on a, I want to say maybe not regular basis, but she saw enough of this person or talked to this person enough, okay? This is not like stranger danger, someone just snatched her off somewhere. This is not what happened, all right? It's not what happened. This is someone that she knew. And this was the place that I feel like she never would have thought this would have happened. Okay? That's the sad part, you know. A lot of these kids feel like if I play here, what could really go wrong? It's the playground. It's the school ground. Okay? With people around, other children, other people, who would really think this could happen? That someone would just lure her off to her demise like this? All right? I do feel that she was lured in the daytime. This was not an evening or nighttime thing. Again, she just did not see this coming a mile away. All right? I want to go into, excuse me, the one card. Something fell. I'm going to go into these one cards. Again, it's important. Where were you taken from? Where are you taken from? Oh my goodness again. I will just be, this flew out too. School. This is the third time that school has flew out of this deck. I'm not going to overlook this, y'all. Okay? There is a reason I keep getting this over and over and over. And it actually flew out the deck. So, Baby Jane Doe, St. Louis, is this someone you knew from school? Were you taken from school on a playground? Is this from someone you knew at school? Other people involved. I mean, we talked about that too. We talked about other people being involved. Could this have possibly been a teacher? Counselor? Principal? Someone just walked her right off of that playground. It wasn't like a harsh, brutal kidnapping. I don't feel that at all. Okay, in the city. Body was stored somewhere, yeah, in that building. Deceased. She was dumped. Alright. Was this someone your mother was with? Dating? Had seen? Again, was this someone at school, a teacher, principal, counselor, social worker? Little Jane Doe, St. Louis. Were you taken off a playground, a school area? I really feel this has something to do with a schoolyard, playground, somewhere near a school. This incident happened in nature. Y'all see the water, the pier again that they keep talking about. Look at this. This incident, what happened, her murder, okay, I believe happened in nature. Somewhere near this water, way off. I'm looking at this. Look at this place of water, y'all. Can y'all see that in the card? I surely can. See the lights going off too when I keep holding this card up. I'll try to not cover up the device here so that you can see again. Yes, look. This is where everything, her murder went down. In nature, next to this body of water. It did not happen in that building, no. And possibly she could have been murdered in another place and then dumped in St. Louis. She's not from St. Louis. Either she freshly moved there or she was dumped there. this to baby Jane Doe of St. Louis? Who did this? Who did this to her? Family member. I feel knows something. Did a family member give you to someone, sell you to someone? Family member. Who did this to baby Jane Doe of St. Louis? Who did this? This person is still on the run. Phone call, message. One person I feel did the murder. Who did this to baby Jane Doe of St. Louis? Who did this? Who did this to baby Jane Doe of St. Louis? Spying on her. And this person drinks, claims they're not guilty. Multiple people were involved. I do believe that. Something about an argument. So argument also comes off as her caretaker and this other person were arguing over the custody and well-being of her. Yeah, it's just a bad home life environment. This place where this happened also had mountains, or she could be from somewhere with a lot of mountains. I'll do this to her. Unconscious. I feel that she was hit. She was unconscious, dumped in a random area. The person escaped. She was buried at first above ground. Okay. I keep saying she was set up. I told y'all that. This was a setup. This whole thing was set up. And I just I'm like, could it possibly be that her caretaker sold her to somebody, you know, for drugs or money? Like the government was involved with her in some way. This could be talking about like CPS. This definitely was done for sexual intentions. Was it a school teacher? Someone at school? Someone your mother knew? y'all. Strangled. Kidnapped. Talking about the beating. I feel like this was done in a wooded area near the water. Put in the basement of that building. Also could have been kept in a basement somewhere. Taken away in a vehicle. Okay, the scenery's changing. Police involved. Did your mother have any involvement, your caretaker, have any involvement in this? Yeah. He kept her inside somewhere. Held captive for a couple days. Let me see this place, y'all. It looks like a padded room or something. Location. Also gonna be talking about that abandoned building. Kind of looks like that. Look at all the boarded up stuff. Okay. I guess she was playing and someone came up to her. Said something to her. And just walked away with her. Mother. I know my mother has a very big part in this. I don't feel like necessarily what happened to her, but why her demise happened in the first place. There's some form of, and forgive me, baby Jane, but neglect. She doesn't like for her to be talking about. I don't know why. I don't know why she's protecting her so strong. They gave her a proper burial. She was missing. There's physical evidence. Murder. Why was her head removed? Why was her head removed? Why was her head removed? Guilty. Because there's money involved. People being paid off. I just keep getting, once again, she didn't stand a chance. I want to go into meditation. I feel like her demise, where she was murdered, was outside. In this location near the water. Nature by the water. A pier. Confession. Maybe that will help happen soon. Knife, sharp object was used. This was planned. I do believe it was planned for sure. An affair. Something going on here, y'all. We've already talked about that. This is crazy. Could have, again, been murdered somewhere, dumped there. I mean, from somewhere else. Murdered and dumped in St. Louis. But in water. Significance again with water, 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 water. The boat is in water. Is the head on a boat? Or is the head in water? Okay. Thought this person was a friend. Someone, again, she trusted. Despite the stuff that was going on, and it was pretty crazy. Weapon used. Person may have been in jail before. I'll do a couple more of these. She was playing, y'all, minding her own business. I keep getting her playing her jumping rope. This man comes up to her, grabs her hand, and just walks away with her. It's just crazy. To her demise. I believe they could have drugged her for sure. Or drugs are involved. Okay, a couple more cards for baby Jane Doe of St. Louis. Public area. I don't care what you say. There's a school involved in this case. Schoolyard. Near school. Playground. Yep. There's a significance. This person walked away with her. Schoolyard, playground, play yard, park, whatever have you. It's a place on a schoolyard or near a school. She was playing. This person just walked away with her, went up to her and walked away with her. Someone she knew, someone she trusted. Okay, let's see what we get again from these little cards. I know I said I wasn't going to use the cards, but I wanted to see if I get that school stuff again, and I surely did. Let's see what we can get with these. Then we'll go into our meditation, see what we can pick up. Long distance, talking about where he went to do what he did. Okay. Again, trust. She's now flying high. This happened close to home. School, close to home somewhere, a playground, park. It's definitely got something to do with school. A school. Long journey he took her on. Water again is significant. She is long gone. Search in the water. Search in the water. You see the water. Secluded. It's a secluded place. Wow, I see the house in the water in the woods. People actually live there. Law enforcement. My back is starting to hurt. I know that. Person that been in the system. Let's see. There's a bigger picture. There is money involved in this. That's why it's so crazy. Mistaken identity. I think they're just looking at all the wrong people. This is not a serial killer. This is a person being undetected, going under the radar. So, again, someone she trusted, just an average person, all right, that's attached to some other things. Deleted evidence, got away with evidence in the city. Medical records will prove what happened to her once again. If they can ever quit covering up stuff. It's happened in a local place. This looks like, if you look at this picture, which you guys can't really see it, there could be a school nearby, a local community, like people, park, play yard, something like that. Okay. Yeah, again, oh my goodness, stop. With the school. Now that's too many times and too many significances here. Coincidence is what you're gonna call it. Something about school. A deal was made, y'all. Alcohol. Hit her in that place. That abandoned building. Cracks will appear. Stuff can come out. This is a night job. This has to do with a family unit. Someone in her family is basically the reason why this happened. Not a strong family unit. Bad home life. Very dysfunctional. In disarray. A mess. Again, she didn't stand a chance, is what they're saying. This person went as far as he's not going to turn back. Okay, this person is a loner. She's looking up now. Okay. Yeah, nuisance calls. Again, high places involved, so we already know what it is, y'all. This person was prepping her. She was going through a battle within about this situation, about this abuse. She was torn and didn't know which way to go. Like, should I tell someone? What should I do about this? What can I do? I'm stuck. This is so sad. I knew this was going to be terrible. Okay, so for those who keep asking about why didn't someone report her? Why didn't someone help her? Didn't she have people who cared about her? Didn't she have people who loved her? No. The only person who was looking after her, I feel, was her foster mother or real mother, a caretaker, and another person, which was a guy. Like a father, stepfather figure. And this person knew that. He knew her home life was not stable and in structure. Okay. Again, perfect opportunity to do this to her. Who's going to miss her? Who's going to care? This person feels like you did a success. You see again this body of water. Big body of water like an ocean. He locked her away. A lot of evidence is locked away. Playing games with everyone, moving evidence all over the place. Time for prayer. If we start praying really hard again, we can find the clues, the hidden things that are in the dark about her. I don't like this because this is the double card. So again, I feel like other people were involved. This shows two main characters though in her life that I feel failed her miserably. Like she is in doubt this could ever happen to her. She didn't see it coming. A shot in the dark. This person followed a trail, dumping evidence. Details. I feel like she was followed, spied on. This person definitely lusted after her. This happened in the past. Shows her gravestone as well. Oh my goodness. What was... Y'all saw that. Okay. I'm alright. Let's put these up and do a little meditation. That was a little spooky. Everything went dark. Okay. That's the only time I'm getting spooked before bed, y'all. We're not going to do the big cards. I want to see if I can get anything out of meditation with her. Baby Jane of St. Louis, may you come forward. I do not want his spirit forward whatsoever. Okay. Help me to figure out what's going on here. Okay, I feel you were kept somewhere dark and damp. This is even before the dumping of your body. This person disrespected her body so bad. Not just by the things he did, but even the way that he dumped her body was so disrespectful. He had no remorse whatsoever. No regard for her. He was disgusted, actually, by what happened in her body. Yes, he was. He was getting blood everywhere, blood on him. At first, he was going to put her, okay, when he was coming down, which is spooky, but last night she was letting me listen to the sounds through my, I know, and it was spooky too, girl. She was letting me listen to the sounds of him coming down those creaky, eerie steps in that building with her. Through my ASMR, I usually listen to like thunderstorm sounds or something to help me sleep, because y'all know my sleep is terrible, especially during these cases. Okay, so and during this sleep, she was letting me listen to the sounds and everything of him coming down those steps. So the steps are very creaky, they're old, they're damp, they're uneven. they're boarded all weird. It's old. And I feel like when he was coming down the steps with her body, okay, he almost like tripped, or the body kind of went against the wall, and that's why there's that smearing of blood against the wall, and then blood got on him as well. And I'm just getting the disgust from, like, you know, wiping the blood on his pants or clothes, like, ew, you know. That actually wasn't supposed to happen, because it did show that it didn't happen there. Like, she was basically dumped. Okay. Also, he wanted to throw her, like, under those stairs. But he changed his mind, like, no, that's too much exposure. I'm going to hide her over here where I think nobody will find her. So basically kind of put some boards over her, some leaves, trying to kind of cover up things. Okay, my camera is going crazy, y'all. Trying to cover up things, okay? Cover her up where he really felt like no one would ever find her. But again, the power of prayer and a higher being is what's going to expose him with time. And also exposed her where she was. Her spirit was crying out to be found, you guys. So, okay, not only I feel was like the head of sacrifice or a memento, and also we talked about that being given to someone as a sacrifice, something crazy, y'all, like kept as a souvenir and all that stuff. But I feel like if he wouldn't have done that, it also would have shown where she was badly beaten in her head and in her face. Also would have, of course, revealed who she was. But I don't feel like he really removed the head to really protect the identity. It just kind of worked out that way because he's not that intelligent with murder or whatever, but it just kind of worked in his favor, if you know what I mean. But that really wasn't the purpose of removing the head. Okay. He definitely has some military training because of the way that he tied her hands behind her. He's definitely had some military training. I think he failed in the military, though, like he does everything else in life. He's very, what's the word, methodical. Like he uses a method to things. I would even say maybe he has a routine. Very dominant, wants things his way, wants to be in control. Very stern, very blunt, does not care about people's feelings and emotions. What in the world? I want to know why this body was so disrespected. Like, this is ridiculous. She was just thrown away like trash, and trash put over her like she was just trash. And he just keeps saying, I want to get rid of this. Like, he just couldn't wait to dump it somewhere and just be done with it, you know? Okay, so another reason why I feel like the horn wasn't blown for her when she was missing, right? I want to know if the mother knew. Okay, so we're kind of going to like this Rashida Rudd type of stuff. Like, did her caretakers know what actually was going on? A lot of these children are sold, y'all, when people have drug habits and things like that. I want to look deeper. Okay. It is what it is. And this answers y'all's question. She had no one. And the very people she should have trusted betrayed her. Oh my God. I can't. I need a moment. Oh my God. Just give me a minute. And this is why I do what I do. Sick or not, tired or not, this is why I do what I do. I want to be their voice. I want to be there for them when the whole world failed them, when the whole system failed them. Okay? It's evident. The questions that y'all have already have answers. I don't feel a lot of her family knew what was going on, y'all. And I feel like she even kept it a secret what her mother was doing and things in the home life. She protected her mother for some reason. Whether this be foster mother, real mother, whatever, she protected her. She did not want to talk badly about her. She did not want her secrets exposed. Therefore, she didn't tell many people about this, okay? And in a way, she was kind of afraid to. What a person's reaction would be. Would they judge me? Would they laugh at me? Would I be in trouble? Would things change at home? This is really, really sad. So she was neglected and didn't have many people to help her on her side. And this person that did this to her absolutely knew that and took advantage of that. He knew her home life was not good. He knew the battles she was dealing with was not good. And I'm so sorry this happened to you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We've done these cases. We've heard this a million times, y'all, about these kids being sold to people for drugs. This is sick. So whoever did this to her, again, knew her home life, her situation, knew her disabilities, knew the opportunity he had was too good to be true. And if he followed his method, how to do things, y'all, and do this to benefit him, he could get away with this clean and clear. Because no one really cared for this girl. So why should he? It's perfect. No one's going to look for her. No one's going to ask. No one's going to line up and say, what in the world happened to her? We want to know. We want justice. Crime of opportunity. That's what this is going to be called. A perfect crime of opportunity. For a little girl completely given up on in every way by the system, by her caretakers, already in a very bad situation with her health, but also that's why the spirits keep saying she didn't stand a chance. She didn't stand a chance. She didn't. That's so sad. This reading has just taken me to places, y'all. You don't understand, man. Uh, this one's hard. It's very emotional. I've been having sightings and visions and dreams, and it's rough. Right? It's eerie and it's scary. And even just picking up the killer is bad. I mean, he just had no emotions or regard for this little girl whatsoever. And neither did her caretakers or the system, because even the system failed this little girl. All right. She's failed by people that should have been caring for her. This really, really stinks. And despite everything she's already going through, this is neglect at its finest. And mm, mm, it's just, my heart is crying out. She will always be a part of my heart, seriously. Every time I do this case, and I had to keep doing these different parts because there's so much involved, y'all. Um, my heart is just going out to her each day because I want her to know that we care. I want her to know that we're doing this for you. All right. I know the system failed you. I know the cops failed you. I know your caretakers failed you. I know your community failed you. But I want you to know here, Crime TV and a lot of these viewers, they want the truth and they want justice for you. All right. And they want your case out there for people to try to come together and get answers and understanding, as well as help for you and justice as well. Um, this is just too much. Could we possibly all be looking at some religious red stuff here? I'm for real. What people won't do to satisfy again their urges, their needs. What vulnerable situations children are put in these types of environments, these homes that are very dysfunctional and unsafe. And how many children have protected their caregivers for one reason or another. Um, it's just really sad. She does not want to talk bad about her, whoever this is, whoever this mother, caretaker, foster mother, whoever. And I have to respect that, right? I have to respect the spiritual. I can't disrespect it. But I can tell you, this was not a good home environment. This was not a good, healthy home environment for her. And she was in a lot of situations in danger because of it, right? I pray that her soul rests. Again, they need to look into a place up here. It's in nature where she was murdered. All right, this is, of course, not where she was dumped. I don't feel like she's from St. Louis. She's from a southern place. I do feel like this happened near a school. It's something about school, a schoolyard, somewhere where children play. She was taken right off of those grounds with someone she trusted, someone she had seen before, someone she had interaction with before. This person led her to her demise. Look there. There's a lot of footprints. Since y'all want to act like y'all don't have no evidence, there were footprints all in that area where she was dumped. The person even almost fell. Okay. And I also get, thank the Lord he did not bury her where under them steps, because there would have been a lot of more damage done to the body as far as moisture and other things interacting with the evidence and things like that. So I'm glad he put her in the spot that he did, that preserved some things, if you will, and kept bugs and different things kind of at bay with her, if that makes any sense. There would have been a lot more damage and decomposing if he would have put her in under the steps like that, more exposed. So there are reasons why things happen, despite the fact that police are covering up evidence anyway. Plenty of evidence was on that sweater, also the rope, things of that nature. Okay. This is a very sad case once again. And we'll say a prayer for her. Everybody bow your head. You know how we do on Crime TV, whatever, is your higher power. We're going to say right quick because we're running out of time. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. Help the channel to grow. Thank you so much, Angel, Baby Jane Doe of St. Louis, for coming forward and helping with your story tonight and being very active on the EVP for us to understand some things. Thank you. Thank you so much. And please know that we love you and we are here supporting you, okay? And thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Good night.